Welcome to the weekly ComicWeb Old Time Radio Program podcast. We sell old time radio programs, Golden Age comics in PDF format, and we have other free podcasts. Visit comicweb.com for more information or find us on Facebook and iTunes. This week our podcast features 3 brief episodes of Baby Snooks. Each episode is only about 7 minutes long. They first aired from 1939 through 1942.
Daddy, played by Hanley Stafford, has to visit his boss, who is sick in the hospital, to discuss some important business matters. Just to make things tough, Snooks has forced Daddy to take her with him. As the scene opens, they are seated in the hospital waiting room. Listen.
Is this the hospital, Daddy?
Yes, this is the hospital, and be quiet, Snooks.
It smells funny.
Well, all hospitals smell like this.
Why?
On account of the antiseptic.
Anti-who?
Antiseptic. Antiseptic has a disagreeable odor.
Why don't they give her a bath?
Now listen, I'm not going to sit here and answer a lot of your nonsensical questions. And stop jumping up and down like a nervous cat.
That man's doing it. Look at him, Daddy.
Yes, he's an expectant father.
Does he expect his father, Daddy?
No, he expects a baby.
Why?
Oh, leave me alone. Snooks, stop pacing behind that poor fella.
Where's he going now, Daddy?
He's going in to speak to the doctor. He's nervous.
Why?
Maybe he knows what's coming. Come over here and sit next to me.
Let me see your voice, Daddy.
We can't go in yet.
Why?
Because the nurse is in his room attending to him.
What's the nurse doing, Daddy?
I don't know. I suppose she's doing what all nurses have to do.
My nurse used to have to take me...
Now, never mind that. This is a different kind of a nurse. This is a trained nurse.
Oh. She's doing tricks in there.
No. Stop asking questions.
Why?
Oh, just stop it, that's all. I don't want to be squabbling with you when we go in to see my boss. He's a very sick man. What's
the matter with him, Daddy?
Well, he's suffering from a respiratory condition.
Respiratory condition?
Yes. When he gets out of here, he's going to Switzerland for his lungs.
Did he leave them there?
No, he didn't leave them there. He's got them here.
Where?
Inside his body.
I want to see them.
Now, don't start that nonsense, Snooks. And another thing. When we go in his room, I want you to walk on tiptoe so as not to jar his nerves. And just say, here's some fruit. And I hope you feel better, Mr. Watt.
Who's he?
My boss.
What's his name?
Yes.
Huh?
That's his name.
What?
Yes, what is my boss's name?
I don't know.
I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. The name of my boss is Watt. His first name is Hugh.
Me?
Not you, Hugh. That's his first name, and what is his last name? What are you yelling about?
Because you won't tell me his name.
Oh, listen, Snooks. Everybody has a first name and a last name. My boss has a first name, and I have a first name. Do you know my first name?
Uh-huh.
Are you sure?
Uh-huh.
Well, what is it?
I don't know.
You do, too. What does Mummy call me?
Fathead.
She does not. And don't remind me of it. Ah, what kind of a child can you expect when you marry a fishwife?
Uh-huh.
I just want to be sure you don't upset my boss the way you do me. In fact, I think we'd better have a little rehearsal before we go in there.
All right, Daddy.
Now, I'll be the boss. Now, don't forget, I'm very sick.
What's the matter with you, Daddy?
Oh, nothing's the matter with me.
You said you were sick.
I'm not sick. My boss is sick. But right now, I'm my boss, so I must be sick.
All right, get sick, Daddy.
Now, don't worry. It's no job with you around. Now, let's try it. Here we go.
Where are we going?
Oh, nowhere. All right, come into the room. Be very quiet. Now, I'm sick in bed. There's nurses and doctors all around. And what's the first thing you say?
Show me the baby.
There isn't any baby.
Well, Mommy got sick.
No, that has nothing to do with it. You just say, I'm awful sorry you're sick, Mr. Watt. Here's some fruit. You understand?
Uh-huh.
Now, let's try it again. All right, I'm sick. Oh.
How, Mr. Watt? I'm awful sorry you're sick.
That's good. Well, go on. Where's the fruit?
I ate it on the way to the hospital.
Oh, what? Snooks, did you really eat all that fruit?
I was hungry.
Oh, this is a fine how do you do.
I'm fine. How you do?
Oh, stop that. I'm going to take your ride home before you cause me any more trouble.
I want to see the boss's lungs.
I told you can't see his lungs. Oh, come on, let's get out of here.
I'll be good, Daddy.
All right. Now, just remember, when you get in his room, don't speak unless you're spoken to. If my boss tells you he's very sick, you just say, I'm awful sorry.
I'm awful sorry.
And to cheer him up when he says he doesn't think he'll recover, you just say, I hope they'll pull you through.
I hope they'll pull you through.
That's all you have to remember. I'm awful sorry, and I hope they'll pull you through. Is that clear?
Uh-huh.
Oh, there's the nurse signaling to us. Oh, come on, we can go in. Now, be quiet, Snooks. Well, hello, Mr. Watt.
Hello, Higgins.
I brought my little daughter to cheer you up.
Oh, hello, Snooks. It's nice of you to come.
How do you feel, Mr. Watt?
Well, Snooks, I think I'll recover.
Oh, I'm awful sorry.
Oh, that's a nice thing to say to a man who's at death's door.
I hope they pull you through.
Here to cheer me up, huh, Higgins?
She doesn't know what she's saying, Mr. Watt.
I want to see your lungs.
Oh! Take that child out of here right away. Call the nurse.
His face is getting red, Daddy.
You stop that. Sit there and don't open your mouth.
Oh, my pressure's going up. Higgins, I'm a sick man. Why do you do this to me?
Honestly, Mr. Watt, I do.
You realize what I've got? Did you ever hear of a disease that sends your blood pressure up 60 points in 2 seconds? Makes your head spin and doesn't let you get a minute's rest?
Hear of it, brother. I'm his father.
I want to go home.
I told you to keep quiet. Well, Mr. Watt, I'll come back later alone, and we can go over the stuff then if you feel all right.
All right, Higgins, but I don't think I'll be able to sit up in bed.
Oh, no?
No, I'm a little stiff. What's so funny about that?
Daddy said you was a big stiff.
Come on, let's get out of here. You wait. Hey, come here. Don't run down that hall. They're feeding the babies.
I want to hear the babies cry.
Oh, you do you? All right.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Fanny Bryce as Baby Snooks. Well, Daddy, played by Hanley Stafford, is all set for a swell outing. He has an appointment to go fishing with some friends. And as our scene opens, it is 4:30 in the morning, and he's about to leave the house. Listen.
Well, I guess I have everything. Tackle box, rods, net, thermos. Uh-oh. Mustn't forget my wading boots. Ah. Well, now I've got to sneak past the kids' room and...
Oh, Daddy.
What's the use of saying prayers?
Where you going, Daddy?
I'm going fishing. You want to make something out of it?
Uh-huh.
Now, look out. I got to hurry.
Why?
Now, Snooks, I'm not going to stand here and argue with you. It's 4:30 in the morning, and everybody in his right mind is sleeping. Funny, isn't it? I suppose you think I'm crazy because I get up so early to go fishing, don't you?
No, Daddy.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear you say that. Your mother doesn't seem to understand my little hobbies.
What's hobbies?
Oh, a hobby is something that a man takes up outside of his regular work. Something that relaxes him. Some people collect stamps. Others do woodwork.
Does Uncle Louie make a hobby?
Yes, Uncle Louie etches.
Huh?
I said your Uncle Louie spends his spare time etching.
Why don't he scratch himself?
Well, I'll explain it to you some other time. Now, let me go, and I'll bring you back a fishy.
How do you know you will?
How do I know? I'm just about the best fisherman in the world, that's all. Remember last time I went? I brought home a sackful.
And Mommy wouldn't let you bring them in the house.
Ah, don't remind me of it. And such beautiful fish, too. Oh, I had 3 barracuda and 1 smelt.
They all smell.
They did not. You're getting more like your mother every day.
What's in that little can, Daddy?
Worms.
I want to see them.
Well, I haven't got time. Oh, please, Snooks, it'll be soon too late to go fishing.
How is fishes born, Daddy?
Well, the fish lay eggs.
Like a chicken?
No. A chicken only lays 1 egg at a time, but a fish lays hundreds of eggs.
Why?
Oh, I don't know. Let me get out of here.
Does fish cackle when they lay eggs?
No. Only a hen cackles. The hen lays the egg, then she sits on it.
Did anybody sit on me?
No. But it would have been a good idea. Oh, Snooks, I'll be late for my fishing appointment if you keep asking me questions.
How are you going to catch the fish, Dad?
With a hook. You tie a hook on your line and let it go to the bottom.
Why does it go to the bottom?
Because I take along a big sinker.
Is Uncle Louie going?
No, Uncle Louie is not going.
You said he was.
I didn't say anything about Uncle Louie. I said I take along a big sinker.
Oh, I thought you said...
Never mind that. Ah, dear. That's no way to talk about your Uncle Louie.
You always say it, Daddy.
Well, I know him better than you do. Besides, I have no time to discuss it with you now. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Daddy!
Oh, now what is it?
How are you going to catch the fishies?
I told you with a hook. You tie a hook to your line, then you bait the hook and drop it in the water. And pretty soon you feel a bite. Then you know what you do?
Uh-huh.
What?
I don't know.
Well, you set your hook. Like this. Then you start to reel him in. Careful. Keep his head up. See him?
Huh?
Look at him whiz. Now, don't give him any slack. Reel in fast. Bring him right to the surface. Ha ha, there he is. Look at that fish. What a beauty.
Do you feel all right, Daddy?
I feel fine, and it's getting late. I gotta go.
I want to go with you.
Now, don't you start that. And I won't stand for any more nonsense.
If you don't take me out...
You'll what?
I'll eat up all your worms.
Snooks, now put that pan down. Oh, what am I going to do with you?
Don't take me with you, Daddy.
No! This is one time you're not going to bully me into giving in. I'll go ahead and eat the worm, see if I care.
Now tell me your story and I'll let you go.
Oh, all right, but a quick one. Did you ever hear the story about the 12 apples and only 10 were good?
No.
Too bad. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
What are you yelling about?
It was too short. Tell me a story about some fish.
Oh, no. Well, look, I know a joke about fishing. You want to hear it?
Uh-huh.
And will you promise to let me go if I tell you?
Uh-huh.
Okay, but no interruptions. There were once two Irishmen named Pat and Mike. And one day they rented a boat and went out fishing.
Who rented a boat?
Pat and Mike. Well, they found a good spot in the middle of the lake. And they caught a lot of fish. And Mike wanted to remember where they caught them. So he said to Pat, "Be jabers, Pat, 'tis thinking I am that we'd better be coming back here tomorrow." Well, what are you laughing at?
That's a funny joke, Daddy. Tell me another one.
I haven't finished this one yet.
Ah.
Well, anyway, Mike wanted to remember where he caught the fish so they could come back the next day. And what do you think the darn fool did?
I know.
He made a mark on the side of the boat.
The darn fool.
Isn't that the silliest thing you ever heard?
Yeah, sure. How did he know he'd get the same boat?
Now, you get the joke, all right. I can see that.
Ain't I smart, Daddy?
Oh, sure. I'll give you a medal when I come home. So long.
Daddy.
Oh, what is it?
I want a pair of rubber boots like yours.
No, you can't have rubber boots.
Why?
I'll think of a reason later. Goodbye. Oh, sure, please.
Then buy me some rubber boots.
Now, you listen. I'll tell you a very sad story about a little girl who wanted rubber boots. And she cried till she got them.
Would they fit me?
Yes. And one day there came a great big rain. And the silly little girl put on the rubber boots and went wading in the deepest puddle she could find. So her feet got all wet. And that night she contracted a bad cold. Well, the cold got worse. And in 2 days, she had pneumonia.
Mm-hmm.
So her father called in the biggest doctors, but none of them could save his child. The crisis came. And just at the stroke of midnight, the poor little girl died. Her broken-hearted father buried her in a little grave, right on the top of a green hill. And every year he puts a flower on it. Now, doesn't that make you stop and think?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what are you thinking about?
What did they do with the boots, Daddy?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Fanny Bryce as Baby Snooks. Summer has just about...